And our guest for this segment is Jennifer Greb, the Tulsa Central Library Assistant Manager. Jennifer, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me
You
here
guys
today.
are the best kept secret in town.
I hope it's not a secret, Sam.
Well,
that's why we're here.
I'm sure there are a lot of folks that don't have. I have a library card.
Good.
But I'm sure there are folks out there that don't have one, and they should get one.
I agree.
Because of all the services. You guys now have just come to, I don't know if it's finished, but you're nearing the end, if not. A major change at the Tulsa Central Library, haven't you?
That's right. We had our grand reopening on October 1st, so just about 6 months ago. And it is amazing. For anybody who visited our library before, there are some pictures, and it's just gorgeous. This is the outside. You can see that it was completely refurbished as well. And we've added a lot of features while staying true to the original concept. So it's still a very gorgeous building that has become a destination downtown. Here you can see that was a floating staircase that we've added, and this is the grand staircase that we kept. That was part of the original features. We have lots of seating so people can come in and just read and relax and enjoy the library, lots of books. Interesting seating that give people a little private area to work while still being out in the public area, and some tremendous art spread throughout the building. That was painted from our second floor balcony this summer.
Really?
This is our children's area, and I have to tell you, it takes your breath away in person. I've led so many tours of adults, and I lose them in the children's area because of all this fantastic fun space. They want to play with this stuff, so you can imagine how the kids feel when they get in there.
Oh, it's a wonderfully attractive area. What is this I'm seeing?
That is a flight simulator. We have 2 flight simulators at Central Library, and people can check those out with their library card and use them there. And this is the Greddington Learning and Creativity Space, and it is probably my favorite space in the entire library. It is built to help people create and collaborate. This is one of our study cubes. We've added 8 individual study cubes making use of the balcony, and people can use those. And this, some people have been so inspired by our new Central Library. Ricardo Montoya here, he actually built a 2-scale Lego model of our new Central Library, complete with the study cubes. And when you see inside the garden, it has our movie screen, which is part of the garden. This is our audio lab. We have added some great features that help people develop 21st century skills, such as the audio lab that you see here and the maker space. These are actually printed on a 3D printer. We have classes in our maker space. That's the 3D printer there. You can see creating something out of nothing, really. We also have a 3D carver there. This is a sewing class. A lot of people want to get back into skills that many people used to know but have been lost over the last couple generations. So we have these. This is part of the maker culture. And this is the Tandy Children's Garden. And on days like today where it's beautiful outside with the sunshine, we open that up and do story times outside. And the kids get out there with the bubble maker and the books. And it just brings a whole new life to the library. There are a lot of amazing spaces here in the garden. It also has an amazing movie screen you can see up there. And we have events in the evenings, well, in the days for children and in the evenings for adults, where people can just be outside and enjoy a movie. Sometimes we integrate activities there. You see the Legos that they have out. This is the roof of Central. We renovated the whole thing, top to very bottom. With those solar panels, it helps make us much more energy efficient. And that is Starbucks. We have a Starbucks in the lobby.
I was going to ask if you've got a Starbucks.
Yeah, that's our Starbucks, which is very tempting for those of us who work there.
I'll bet. Okay, I got to ask you something. I want to go back for just a second. The 3D printer. Did I hear you say you've also got a carver?
It's a 3D carver, right? Where the 3D printer, you create something out of nothing. The 3D carver, you're actually taking away things. So you can bring in a block of wood, you program in the shape you want, and it carves that out of the wood.
Go back home. Are you serious?
It's amazing. It is so cool, yes. And to do all of those things in the makerspace or our digital literacy lab where the flight simulators were, you just take an orientation. We list those online so people can sign up, or you can call us individually, and then you can come in and use the makerspace or the digital literacy lab. Just check them out with your library card for a certain amount of time and create your own projects.
You know, there's a fellow that works here at Rogers State who's going to go nameless, who promised me, he does wood turning. I'm not going to mention his name. But he promised me a wooden microphone years ago. I still don't have it. So if I came to you with a block of wood and a picture.
Right, you would get signed up in our makerspace for the 3D carver. You'd take a special orientation so you know how to use the equipment. And the great thing is libraries are all about empowering people. We don't just do it and then hand it to you. We're going to show you how to do it. So you're going to print your 3D carver. I mean, you're going to print your 3D microphone.
Sure.
You will probably learn some skills actually with computers as well, because to create that design for the 3D microphone, you're going to do that with a special program. And then you hook it up to the 3D carver, you tell it, you program it to do what you want to do, and you'll have your microphone.
Oh my goodness. On a basic level, are there classes we could sign up for there that would teach us more about computers?
Absolutely. We actually have a very large computer lab on our 3rd floor with a lot of great general productivity sort of things. And we'll be offering classes there for that. The digital literacy lab takes that a step further beyond the basic skills, and we have the full Adobe suite there. So for people who are interested in graphic design, that can be a hard thing to get into. Some of that software is very expensive or very hard to learn, so people can come into the library and get their feet wet with it without committing lots and lots of time, lots of money. We have classes for tweens all the way through adults in the digital literacy lab. And we also have a green screen in there, so if you want to come in and create a cool background for your studio, you could do that with the green screen. Lots of great things. Coding classes. We've had a lot of kids and adults interested in developing those skills so that they can create their own computer programs.
And you know, a certain irony here, because as of late, we've seen a number of thread and fabric businesses go out of business.
Yeah, it's true.
At a time when a lot of folk are saying, I'd like to learn that, or I'd like to do that. And you know how those trends work.
Right.
They follow, they seem to follow a pattern. You close, I want it. Instead of I want it, you're open. You know, and they can come to the library and pick
They
up on
can,
that.
yeah. We've actually had sewing classes at Central, which have been very popular. That you saw a picture of that. And we have the sewing machine, so that's part of the maker space as well. And one of the great things, what I love about the library is we have something for everyone. So like you said, we see some of those things closing. So we've got everything from flight simulators, which, you know, it is professional level flight simulation software, to sewing machines.
Incredible.
And I'm gonna tell you one more little secret. We also have books. So
Get out of here.
it's true. So
Well,
for all,
I have to be honest with you. It ain't your mama's library.
No, it's
No.
not.
We got about 2 minutes, and I have to tell you flat out, the old image of the public library, which if you saw Ghostbusters, you know what I'm talking about. But the card catalogs, long gone. Long gone, but when those cards started flying out of the card catalog, I went, no,
Right.
because somebody had to pick them up and reorganize. And I think, oh Lord, but this is a wonderful, wonderful change.
It is. You know, libraries, my heart's always going to be in libraries, and I feel like we have always been about providing people with the information and everything they need for education, entertainment, something for everyone. And that doesn't change. The tools that we offer people are going to change because we are very good at keeping up with the times. So it may be, instead of the card catalog to access that, we're using a handheld device or we're using a computer. But the help that you get there, the caring staff, and the access is always going to be there.
Got about 45 seconds. What are the hours?
Central Library is open 9 to 9 Monday through Thursday, 9 to 6 Friday, 9 to 5 Saturday, and 1 to 5 Sunday.
So you are there Sunday as well.
We are, yeah, we're open 7 days a week.
Well, and I got to tell you, it's like nothing you've seen in the past.
It is worth the trip.
Just to go through it. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming in
thank
and
you for
sharing
having
with
me.
us.
I was glad to be
I may
here.
come down there, and there are a couple of things I'd like to get involved in. One is to learn more about computers, which the folk here will tell you, hey, he's a jerk. He doesn't know anything about computers. The other thing is the printer. That, I mean, there's some things I'd like to.
It's fun, yeah.
We'll talk about
We'll do
that.
it, yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank you, thanks.
It's been a joy. That's all the time we have for this edition of Perspectives. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.